Hi, I'd like to show you an example of a smart assembly using the advanced parametrics of TopSolid'Wood. This can speed up production of even the most complex objects. What we've got here is a typical wall for a project, and this wall has been built up using an internal frame and clad on the outside like you normally would. But this wall has been built as a smart assembly, so we can use a single assembly to cater for all the different curved wall variables that we can encounter on this project. So let's remove the outside skins. So we'll click on them, move them out of the way, and I might lay this down for you so you can see a bit better what it looks like. Here we go. I'll move that guy back over there. Now, you see how this is made. You've got your ribs and we've got rails. We've housed the ribs into the rails with these little slots that have been routed in, and you'll notice we've got a 1.5mm gap between the edge of the rail and the jaw of the groove, and then we've done these little slots off to the side, which what they facilitate is it removes the internal radius you might get here if we didn't have them. So we've got a complete flat surface for the rail to sit down onto those ribs, so there's no need for chiseling or any other work like that. So what we want to do is we want to demonstrate how this can be changed on the fly, this little one assembly, to cater for all these different things. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change these rails around. So, and I'll show you these drivers. Now this panel off to the left here is all the different variables we've built into this assembly that we can change to alter this so to meet the site conditions. So if we want to alter the rails, and at the moment they're orientated so that you've got the short edge of the rail pointing to the outside. If we want to change them around, we can just change that and change that to 42, and there we go. Those rails have been flipped over and the machining is all updated at the same time. So let's also alter the internal radius of this radius here of the internal. So at the moment it's 700. On site we want to make this 500. So, and we've set this actual construction up so that that radius is governed by the finished face of the inside panel. So everything else is driven off that in this particular case. So that's been updated. Now let's also have a look at updating the width of the rib, so from here to here. So rib width, we go there. Let's make that 120. Okay. Now that it might be a bit crowded on the number of rails here. So let's have a look at changing the number of rails. So the outside rails, let's make that 6, and inside rails, let's make that go to 4. How's that? So that's all been recalculated. All that machining's been redone with a couple of mouse clicks. So that you can't get simpler than that. Now let's have a look also at the material. I've made this template out of 25mm, but I know I've got 16mm in stock, so I want to use that up. So I can just change that to 16. That's all been altered. And on site they want this to actually be 2100 long, so we'll change that to 2100. Now that's getting a bit of a large space between each of those ribs, so I want to put more ribs in. So let's have a look at doing that here. Let's put in 7 ribs. Want to alter that to 8 even if you wanted to. So that's how simple it is, and it's all been redistributed along that line there. So if we're happy with that, next one thing I want to show you now is also in layer 6 I've already unfolded the outside panel here so you can see how large that is. So if I put this on screen, see dimensions here, that's how large it is. 2100 is the length, that's the width. Now if I change the radius now to say 400, see that's been recalculated straight away. Change it back to 500, there it is, changed. So TopSolid'Wood unwraps or unfolds any bent panels, makes them into a flat panel, so you can then process that with the rest of your job. You're not trying to recalculate it off in a different program, it's all done within TopSolid'Wood. So okay, we're ready to go into production with this particular item now. So I'm going to turn that off and turn the rails off. That's going to leave me with all our ribs. So all we've got to do now is hit the export button, and it's asked me what elements to use. We'll pick those and we go stop. So that has sent one part to file. Now we want, just say how many we'll just say we want 6 of these walls. So we pick that, pick the panels, yep, done, and okay. Now that's sent that off to NRoute. We can now open NRoute. There we go. Now we'll just check the thickness of the material we got here. The sheet size is here that you're going to put on your machine. And we go here, add a file. There it is. And we go open. And there we go. And we process them. So there we have true shape nesting has just been taken out. You can see that the machining, the tool paths have been assigned. They're running into those little slots we designed, back out again. All the feed speeds, feed directions, the nesting is all done. There's no more need for any intervention now by you, the operator. That is ready to go to your machine. So in this case here, we've just got 2 boards and that's ready to go. So I've taken you then from a design that was a smart assembly right through to your nested machining there. So thank you for watching. I hope you've gained an understanding of how TopSolid'Wood can help you work more efficiently with smart assemblies that you can design and build yourself. If you would like more information, please send an email or give us a call. Thank you.